welcome to Hashimoto's Unfiltered, real talk, real solutions. The podcast where we cut through the noise and get straight to the heart of living with Hashimoto's. My name is Dr. Ray Benedetto, your host, and I'm here to share my expertise, personal insights, and from time to time, conversations with incredible guests to help you take control of your health. Together, we'll explore actionable items, debunk myths, and navigate the complexities of your thyroid health. So whether you're newly diagnosed or a seasoned warrior, this is your space for unfiltered truth and real hope. Let's dive in.
I didn't know what to call it, a soapbox or a rant. I'm not going to rant. You guys know me by now. I don't rant. But I do like to soapbox every now and then because I get frustrated just like you guys do. I mean, I do what I do for a living, but I still have to deal with, which is outside the box. It's outside the mainstream medical box. But I have to deal with and get frustrated with as well everything that's inside the mainstream medical box. And unfortunately for most of you, until you got here, that's all you had. Like all you got offered was the mainstream medical box. Like you have a thyroid problem, take your medication, you're done. So whether you have Hashimoto's as the cause or not, doesn't really matter in the medical world, right? When you're a hammer, everything's a nail. So I get questions all the time, and you guys post them in the group all the time. You see them about symptoms. And I understand that the mindset, like your mindset, but also like allopathic Western medicine's mindset, which is where you've gotten your education from, really, right? And how to treat your health is symptom-based. So it's like you have this symptom, take this pill to treat this symptom. Or you have this condition, this medical problem, take this pill to treat this problem. It's symptom-based, pharmaceutically based. I don't even want to call it healthcare. It's not healthcare. It's sick care. But it's symptom-based and pharmaceutically based. So, I see you guys asking all the time. You guys see these questions. And I get it. It's not your fault. Like, hey, what do you guys do about the fatigue? What can you do for the weight gain? What can you do for the hair loss? What can you do for the puffiness? What can you do for the bloating? What can you do for whatever? Fill in the blank with your symptom. And the truth of the matter is, and again, it's not your fault. You've just been brainwashed, for lack of a better word, your whole life. That you go to the doctor, I have this pain, I have this symptom, I have this whatever. And they're like, oh, take this pill for that thing. And when it comes to Hashimoto's, you can see that doesn't really work. There is no pill to treat the thing. So they'll give you pills to treat the symptoms that come from the thing, and it doesn't work. So what I'm constantly trying to preach, and again, we'll soapbox a little bit here, is that when you can't treat symptoms, like there's no magic medicine, there's no magic supplement, I don't have it either. There's no magic diet plan, there's no magic test, there's no one thing to treat this. There's definitely no one thing to treat Hashimoto's, right? Which is why we're here, right? Because autoimmune disease, Hashimoto's obviously being one of them, the most common one, by the way, and ignored in medicine, the things that cause the Hashimoto's, so the symptoms are being caused by the hypothyroidism, the underactive thyroid. And what's causing the underactive thyroid? The Hashimoto's, right? So we got symptoms from the hypothyroidism, which is coming from the autoimmune disease, the Hashimoto's. So if we treat symptoms, what in the world is that going to do to address the cause of the problem, which is the Hashimoto's? The answer is nothing. So we want to switch. We need to change how we're thinking about treating the problem. We can't treat symptoms. There is no magic pill for, I have all this hair loss. What do I do to stop it? Oh, take biotin. It doesn't work like that. I have puffy eyes. What do I do? Like, there may be some things that we can do to temporarily help that. But if we really want to get rid of the symptoms, which is the problem, I get it. It's very problematic, these symptoms, right? I'm tired all the time. Like, I can't, my life, I can't live my life. Like, I've lost my job. Like, I can't lose weight. Like, my digestive system doesn't work. Like, my brain's not working. Like, I get it. Those cause issues with quality of life and function. But they're due to something. The symptoms are the alarm bell coming from something. It's the fire alarm that's indicating there is a fire burning. That's all it's doing. It's like fire, 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 fire. When there's a fire burning, and the smoke detector's going off, we don't take the batteries out of the smoke detector so it stops going off. We treat the fire, put the fire out, right? Does that make sense? And again, I know for some of you guys, you're like, that makes total sense. But nobody's ever told me that. And nobody's ever told me what to do about that. Like I have Hashimoto's and I have these symptoms and I go to my doctor and all I do is treat the symptoms. So nobody has ever told me how or what to do or that I even could put out the fire, which is the Hashimoto's. So the key, and again, now I'm going to get all the questions on how do you treat the Hashimoto's. It's in this group. Check out the guides. I've done a dozen of these live streams on treatment for Hashimoto's. Okay, it's in the guides. Search it out. Just put in treatment for Hashimoto's in the little search box in the group here, and you'll find it. If you want specifics, reach out to me. Send me a message. Book a call with me. I will help you kind of sort it all out. But the purpose of today is because, again, I see this stuff posted every week inside the group. There just is no magic potion for XYZ symptom. They're coming from the problem. The key is not to take the batteries out of the smoke alarm, it's put the fire out. So for each individual person who has this condition, we need to get to the root of, for that person, what are the things that have added up to cause their Hashimoto's, their autoimmune condition. And that's going to be very individualized for everybody. And that's why when I work with patients, I work with them one-on-one, separately with everybody. There is no cookie cutter like program or protocol I can put somebody on. We start with a framework of, okay, we're going to do this, but it gets individualized for everybody within that framework. The key is treating the cause, treat the root, treat whatever you want to call it, treat the underlying cause of the problem, which is the autoimmunity. It is the Hashimoto's. We treat that, all this other stuff starts to get better. I hope that makes sense. So you could definitely, I know I'm going to record this, and then tomorrow someone new is going to join the group. They're going to be like, what do I do about all this hair loss? Or what do I do about all this crippling fatigue? I get it. There's new people joining every day. Lots of new people joining every day. We're up to 9,000 now, guys. Great job. I love it. So I know someone's going to be asking the symptom questions, so I'll have to do this again someday. But it's a fundamental shift that I want you guys to start making is not what can I take or what can I do to treat XYZ symptom. It's, okay, are these symptoms coming from Hashimoto's? What can I then do to identify and treat all the underlying causes of the Hashimoto's? Because then, once we can do that, the symptoms get better. I hope that makes sense. Cool. This point was driven home again to me yesterday, and it's so funny. So like how the universe works, right? So I had planned on, and you guys see, like I posted yesterday, I posted again today, like I post the reminders like, hey, got the live stream tomorrow. This is what we're going to talk about. So I'd already made up my mind. This is the conversation I wanted to have. And I'm not scripted. You guys know me by now. Like occasionally I might have some things I want to go over, but like this is not scripted at all. Like this is me just like giving you what I got. And I'm going to have notes, but it's like, I live this, right? So I was like, okay, this is what we're going to talk about tomorrow on the live stream. I put the notices out there. Everyone's like, hey, reminders, like, hey, everyone join, this is what we're going to talk about. And literally last night after that, right? Like I'm done here at the office, evening time. My son, our oldest, is a volleyball player. So he had a volleyball game. So we're sitting at the volleyball game, me and my wife and kids. There are other kids, our daughters. And she gets a text message from a good friend of ours that her husband was just diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. And I'm not surprised. I mean, I know this gentleman and doesn't have the best lifestyle and, doesn't really exercise at all and is overweight. And like those things add up. It's only a matter of time before usually something like this happens. So he gets diagnosed. He's at the doctor yesterday. He just got diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. And what do? They throw pills at him. So I joke around with my wife. I'm like, let me guess. He got the holy trinity of, type 2 diabetes medications, metformin or some other blood sugar medication, blood pressure medication, cholesterol medication. Even if your blood pressure is fine and your cholesterol is fine, you get those medications. It's just like, here's your metformin, blood pressure, cholesterol medication. All three, boom. Easter's coming up this weekend. There you go, your holy trinity. So that's what they did. Here's your medication. Not a lick or an ounce of dietary counseling, nutritional supplement recommendations, not even a referral to go see a nutritionist or anything. Nothing. I'm looking at your paperwork here, your labs, type 2 diabetes. Here's your holy trinity. Boom, boom, boom. 3 medications. Send you on your way. We'll see you in 3 months. type 2 diabetes, which is completely 100% reversible. Okay. Hashimoto's a different animal, right? Like it's an autoimmune disease. We can get into remission. There's no curing it. Type 2 diabetes, completely cured. We can make it go away. It's completely treatable and we can reverse it completely if we do what we need to do, right? From a lifestyle, dietary, nutritional standpoint. You give me a type 2 diabetic who's like, I'm all in 100% and they follow recommendations to a T, I'll take them all day. I'll have 100% success rate. He got diagnosed type 2 diabetes. What did medicine do? They just handed him some pills and sent him on his way. And that's not going to fix the problem. And now he's got to take all these medications with all these side effects and he's not going to get better. 10 years from now, he follows that path. He follows that recommendation. You guys know what's going to happen. He's not going to be better. If anything, he's going to be worse. But if he was ready, willing, and able, this is not going to happen because I know this gentleman. He's a very nice person, but this is not going to happen. But if he came to me today and was like, I will do whatever you tell me to do so that I don't have to take these medications so I can get rid of this type 2 diabetes, I'm like, dude, let's go. 3 months from now, 6 months from now, you're going to be a new person. This will be gone. And you'll be better, and you can live a healthier life and better quality of life for the rest of your life. It's just not the way it's done, right? You guys know this. So the take home I want for you guys today, and then we'll get to some questions if you guys have them, throw them in there. Take home today, you got to shift your mindset. You got to shift the way you think away from symptom treatment to treating the actual cause of the problem. You're not going to get that, unfortunately, in mainstream Western medicine. That's probably why you're here. You're looking for something different than that. Well, welcome. You've come to the right place. Medicine is, if you stay in that model, and that's fine if you want to, but that's all you're ever going to get. That's it. And expecting something different than that is a waste of time. It's not going to happen. You go this route, you're going to get symptom-based pharmaceuticals. You go this route, we're going to get to root cause medicine, figure out what's causing the problem, put an individualized game plan in place to identify and address those root causes to actually treat the underlying cause of the problem and get healthy and get better and stay that way. It's literally 2 choices. You have 2 choices to make if you want help for your health condition. This way or that way. That's it. I like this way. I like the second way. Maybe I'm just biased. I'm all for what works. If somebody wants to get healthy, we got to put in the work. We're going to do the work and we got to put it in.
I want to thank you for tuning in to Hashimoto's Unfiltered, Real Talk, Real Solutions. Again, my name is Dr. Ray Benedetto, and I hope today's episode helped to give you the tools and the insights you need to take another step forward on your Hashimoto's journey. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and share this episode if you think someone could benefit. You can also connect with me on Facebook at Dr. Ray Benedetto and on my website, drraybenedetto.com, for more resources and updates. Until next time, remember, you're not alone and real solutions are always within reach. Take care and be well.